Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Julia.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Am I pronouncing
Yeah, yeah,
your name correctly?
yes.
Okay, good. And can you hear
Yeah,
me? Can you see me
yeah, I can hear
clearly?
you. Yeah, I can see you also.
Excellent. Okay. And first of all, I'd like to say I am recording this, and I will also make this recording available to you so you can review what we go through today.
Okay, perfect.
Okay,
Sorry for the urgent request.
no
Actually, because
problem.
yesterday I booked your class lessons. It's just because it's too quickly because actually it's last week I applied this job and they already contacted me and they want to do an interview soon. That's why
I see.
I think
Great.
it's too quick
Yes.
and actually usually I speak Italian very well and they want to do promote to how to say to develop their business in Italy
Right.
and the problem is they haven't HR with Italian HR so
I see.
they just have the people in London to interview me.
Right. So will have to travel to London to interview, or is it going to take place
No,
online?
online interview
Okay.
through Zoom. So
Oh,
actually Zoom.
okay.
I always
Right.
use Zoom.
So
Yeah,
this is good practice for you.
yeah, totally.
Okay. Well, thanks for sending all your details through, which I had a look through your CV and your professional introduction. I
Yeah,
thought that was very good. Did you write all this yourself?
yes. Also with my friends' help, of course, because I'm not totally sure of my English.
Okay. Yes, it's very good, I think, in general. I picked out a couple of very small points that I might change,
Yeah,
but
of course, you can
nothing
help
major, but
me to.
I'm happy to go through those with you. But let me ask you, what would you really like to get? Let me ask, first of all, you said it was quite quick and this is urgent. May I ask, when is the interview due to take place?
It's super quick. It's next week. I mean,
Next week?
something like that.
Do you know
Yeah,
the exact date yet, or are you still
yeah,
waiting?
yeah. First Thursday. Yeah.
It's taking place on Thursday. Okay. Okay.
That's
And
why
you,
I'm nervous because it's so quick. I
yes,
I don't know why they okay they replied me so quick.
they are not giving you much time to prepare.
Yeah, actually they already asked me to interview 2 days 2 days 2 days after they sent me this 1 days after actually they sent me this
Wow.
invitation and I thought I want to choose for next week because I haven't time to
Sure. Yeah.
prepare.
Well, I suppose it's a good sign that they seem to be very keen, very interested, to talk
Yeah,
to you.
yeah. Actually, for my working experience, is totally suitable for them, and
Good.
also for my personality, it's just English.
Right.
Because I have been in Italy almost 8 years, and Italian people can't speak very well English. They always speak English with a stranger pronunciation. So
Yes.
I,
I
for
have
me
a
also,
couple
it's
of
easier.
Italian students, actually regular students. Um, so I understand the Italian problems
Yeah.
with speaking English, um, or
So
challenges.
actually, I will have interview with two people. One
Okay.
is a HR in London, and
Right.
we will have interview like 60 minutes.
Okay. And do you know
And
what they're going
then
to discuss during that interview?
actually and then I will interview with another guy. It's a Chinese person, but it's a sort of manager in Europe.
I
So I
see.
mean, maybe he will ask me question also in Chinese.
Okay. Well,
So
you should be much more capable of dealing with those questions,
yeah,
I would have
and
thought.
so the first one is HR. I mean maybe he will ask me some general question, something like that, because it's so quick.
Yes.
I mean, it's so quickly, and with two people together, two person together, and
Mhm.
and they told me I will have an interview during 60 minutes and with
Right.
different person. So I mean,
Yeah.
I kind of very serious.
Yes. Well, I understand. I understand that it's quite daunting. It must be, you must be nervous about it. But
Yeah.
on the other hand, I suppose they contacted you, is that right? Were you headhunted for this job?
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's definitely a promising sign. I think you obviously, at least on paper, you have what they're looking for.
Mhm.
So so I think the English will come, and they must understand that you have not lived in England, I believe. Like you say, you have a good level of English, you have a working professional level of English, but
Mhm.
it's not as strong as obviously your native Chinese or your Italian, which is a country you've lived and worked.
Yeah, I'm Chinese, so my native language is Chinese, but my
Mhm.
Italian is very well. I can speak Italian very well, so
Yeah,
no problem for public speaking, also for
great.
working. Yeah.
That's good. Well, I think that will translate across. And okay, of course, it takes time to learn a language and to obviously you know English well already. You can speak English. You have a high level, but
Yes.
to
Actually,
really
I can.
push it, yeah,
Yeah, I can understand English very easy, but
mhm,
to speak
very
is
easily.
much more difficult. Yeah.
Yes, sure. That's normal, I think. So we can practice, I think, today to get the best use of the time. I'm happy to do any questions. Perhaps we could run through some interview questions, you know, the typical ones, if
Of
you like.
course. Yeah,
Also,
I will prepare for some questions.
yeah, we can talk about some techniques or things which I work on with my course.
Of
And
course.
yes, may I ask as well, is this is your first time with italki?
Actually, yes, almost because I want to seriously I want to speak business English, but I don't know this opportunity is too quickly. I
Yes,
mean,
right. Yes. In English, we might say that they are throwing you in at the deep end.
yeah,
This is an English idiom to say you're at the deep end of the swimming pool. So you
yeah,
you have to swim, you have to learn to swim quickly.
yeah. But it's okay for me.
Yes, good. It's good. So let me ask a little bit about the company. I saw what you sent me. It is TikTok, I believe, is the
Yeah.
company, which is quite famous around the world. I think there can't be many people nowadays who use social media who haven't heard of TikTok.
Yeah, of course, totally. Because I did all. I mean, I have worked for digital marketing
Yeah,
almost 5 years, and my role is always to help Italian enterprise to do business in China through digital
right.
marketing. So all the platform, and actually, I also did so many times public speaking to inform and educate Italian enterprise how to do digital marketing in China. Actually, I already mentioned also TikTok because I mentioned I already explained to Italian people what's the difference between Chinese version and overseas version, because TikTok have the Chinese version, the name is Douyin, and
I
the
see.
overseas version is TikTok, and totally
Right.
different.
How are they? Because I knew I had some idea that TikTok was owned by a Chinese company.
Yeah, it's Chinese company.
But the TikTok version, you're telling me it's different from the original version, which is the Chinese version. Can you tell me how is it different and what does that mean for
Or
digital marketers?
because I mean TikTok is like 3 years ago Douyin, so
Yes,
uh,
it's 3 years
because
old.
now Douyin, the Chinese version Douyin, we can buy. We have also its e-commerce function inside the app, so I can
Ah,
if I'm interested about this video, I can buy it quickly, and
I
you
see.
can see BBC channel also in Douyin version. So I mean BBC channel in Chinese also in Douyin version. So
Wow.
it's the future of TikTok. That's why
Yes.
I really want to be one of the one part of this company, because I can see their unlimited potential.
Great. Good.
Yeah.
And you are well placed to see what is coming. I expect the majority of TikTok users don't realize that this is in the pipeline, so to speak.
Yeah.
That means it's on the way, it's coming.
Yeah,
But
actually,
you do.
Actually, I'm always able to. Can you hear me? You are blocked. Okay.
Sorry,
I saw
yes,
you
I
now.
can hear you clearly.
Actually, I always am able to quickly define the problem and see the large big picture.
Good.
So actually, in fact, this time in lockdown, I already think about it. And in Italy, all the international events and campaigns that many companies will carry out, of course, in next year. So next 12 months. And I'm sure it's a very great opportunity to bite the dance, TikTok, to growth in Italian market.
Yes, great. So you are already one step ahead in your thought process.
Yeah.
Yes, good. Okay, great. And tell me, the job, would it entail you moving to London, or would you have to relocate?
Yeah, of course. I don't know, but for the beginning period, I think if it's better, they give me some training for, of course, for deep depth technology for their company. So I'm available also for business driving for like to London, to China, no problem for me, and I'm willing to do it.
Okay, great. Okay, awesome. And TikTok itself, you mentioned before that you had explained this to Italian companies. You had presented TikTok.
Yeah, of course. You mean I to present to interview how to present TikTok?
No, I'm talking about your previous experience, which you mentioned that you had already introduced TikTok, or you had explained how TikTok could work for these Italian companies.
Of course. Actually, I have also one client, the Square of fashion industry. Is opened their official account on Douyin, so Chinese version, and we'll have them to manage it.
Okay, that's great. And when you introduce this, how do you persuade your clients in Italy that they should be using TikTok? What are the main advantages of the platform over any existing technology or previous competition?
Yeah, actually, for during all my public speaking, I will always present to my Italian friends that the Chinese digital marketing environment is totally different of Europe, because Europe, every people use like Instagram, Facebook, Google, but in China we can't use it, and we use all the other different platforms such as WeChat, Weibo, and and Douyin, something like that. And during the lockdown, also Douyin and video function in China is increased quickly. And I always need to explain the Italian guys. I can't say Italian people, Italian in enterprise. If they want to do business in China, they must to localize their content and their business for local people, because their target is Chinese. So they need to understand how to attract their target.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned that e-commerce was incorporated already in the
Chinese version.
The Chinese version, yes. Can you explain to me briefly how that works? Can you give me a quick rundown?
Yeah, of course. We all know TikTok is a interesting platform. We can see so many interesting and creative content video in that platform, and something like that. If I to do dancing, and I'm dancing and I have like color of my dress, color of my clothes is very interesting, it's very nice, and you're interesting about it, you can click my clothes and go directly to the shop and buy it. I mean, this is the
Wow.
future of TikTok.
With a simple click on the dress would take us to the option for e-commerce to buy that dress.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
very good.
because it's the how can I say, it's the road to decide to buy it is very short, and
Right.
You have more opportunity and you have more like possibility to buy it.
Yes, you can reduce the number of clicks, and it's a very smooth,
Yeah.
a frictionless transaction.
Yes.
Yes, excellent. Yeah, I can see the potential in that already. Okay, and I also got the document that you sent me. Perhaps I can share this. We'll go through this together with TikTok, who we are. Bear with me a second while I share my screen. Okay.
Of course.
Okay, can you see this now clearly?
Yeah, of course.
And this document,
when I saw it, I think it's me, because I saw their value. I mean, values, 5 value is totally suitable for my personality.
right? So this document is your creation, is that right?
No. This document is when they sent me the invitation of interview, and they attached also this document.
I see. Okay. Inspiration.
It's super professional.
Yes, no, it looks very good. I was just wondering the global. Okay, so straight away on the first one, they talk about inspiring creativity and bring joy.
Yeah.
Can you? Yes, sorry. You first.
Sorry for
you. It's okay. Please feel free to interrupt.
I'm a very I'm a very creative person, and also I'm always very curious.
Yes, I saw that. I saw that in your profession's introduction. I must say I like the line very much about the curiosity doesn't kill the cat. It's very interesting. Yeah, and I think you're right. It's, you know, a natural curiosity can take us places that we never even dreamed of.
Yeah.
And how about bringing joy? In your current role, how are you able to bring joy to your customers?
First, I always did public speaking, so I'm a very joy person. I always smile, and I love to share. I love to help people, and especially through public speaking or meeting with clients. I like to help them to understand more about Chinese, because it's one of my dream is bridging China and Europe.
Yes, well, that's very interesting, because that's also something which for me myself with Asia and Europe, coming from Europe and having lived, I'm in Southeast Asia, as you may have seen from my profile, but it's something which I also aspire to do in my own way. So it's very interesting for me. Okay, and just one bit of feedback I will. When we talk about joy as an adjective, do you know how we change that in English to say, I am a very joyful. I'm a very joyful person.
Joyful.
Yes.
I am very joyful.
Yes.
And
good.
creative.
Great. Excellent. Okay, and here we are talking about the footprint. Okay, I think that's quite straightforward. Aim for the highest, raise the bar. Okay, so yeah, how do you keep yourself always raising the bar, the quality bar? Are you someone who can produce the top quality for us?
Actually, I want to say, like, for my weakness, actually for my weakness, I want to say I'm the person, I am the kind of person who always needs stimulation and new challenge to stay focused, because I need to learn and improve. Excellent. If I can't always learn and improve, I will feel very sad.
Good. Okay, so you need to grow.
Yeah, there are so many different type of work. Sometimes it's just every day do everything and no improve and no learning, and I will feel very sad, disappointed of this type of environment.
Great. Yes. Okay. Good. So you always seek new challenges.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. It talks about here about to be grounded and courageous. What does that mean to you? How do you stay grounded if if something suddenly things get very exciting, you have a new opportunity? How do you keep your feet on the ground?
I mean, the most important things is accept yourself and understand yourself.
Mhm.
So it's not, oh, I want to, I want to go to the sky, fly to the sky, something like that. But I need to understand more. What about myself?
Yes.
This is for
Great.
me is be grounded and the courage. I will always have real courage to do different things, to
Yes.
try new.
Okay. Good. I wanted to look at those 2 points separately. First of all, about the grounded, you mentioned, I think in your CV here, you mentioned about meditation and perhaps yoga.
Yeah,
Do they
yeah.
help you to remain grounded?
And to look at my hurt, something like
To
inside
look
of
in, to
me.
look inside, to look inward, and perhaps to breathe and to see,
Yeah.
reality as it is. Yes. Okay, good. And also about being courageous
Mm-hmm.
to take.
Be courageous.
Yes.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
do you
Like
balance these two things? So,
um,
how do you manage risk in your work?
I mean something like that. If if I if there is a risk, actually I always able to understand risk before there become true. I mean before I'm able to see the risk,
Mhm.
and I must the first things important to let the first important things is let us calm calm
Mhm. Yes, be
calm
calm. Good.
be
Remain
calm,
calm. That's
remain
right.
calm. Yeah,
In the
because
UK, perhaps you've seen these tea mugs of tea. In England, many people drink coffee, but in Italy, I believe everyone drinks coffee. In the
coffee.
UK, we love to drink tea with milk in, and you may see the mugs that we have, and it's keep
So I
calm.
can say, okay, we can pick up a tea
Yes, have
and
a
think
nice cup of
about
tea and
and
stay
think about
calm.
it.
Yes,
Yeah.
good, very good. Um, Excellent. And sorry, you were saying, so you can see, you think,
Okay.
oh, you have a cheer. Yes, coffee. I think in Italy you have very good coffee, but it's quite late at night here in Thailand, so I'm just on the water for now.
Wow. This Chinese way water.
Yes, I like to keep hydrated. Okay, excellent. Let's move on to the next part, being open and humble.
Yeah, I'm always open. I like to share and I like to help people. And also I'm a person like I understand. Actually, I'm a project manager, so I can say I always need to lead my team to how to say to achieve and
Mhm. Good, very good.
to see our goal. So so I totally understand people have their advantage and disadvantage, and the
Yes,
important things is I respect every people, and I mean every I can learn also different things from different people, and I mean the relationship with clients or with my colleagues
colleagues. Yes,
colleagues, the important thing is like it's like look at mirror. So so
yes.
I mean
You can see the
I mean
reflection of yourself.
yeah, yeah, and the and the best way is to achieve win-win. I mean
Good.
you have your value, I have my value. So the important thing is not I offer you something or you offer me. It's win-win. We bring
Mm.
our value and to receive to achieve win-win. How to say
Yes,
achieve win-win?
to achieve a win-win situation. We often
To
talk about.
achieve the win-win situation.
Good, very good.
Also with my clients, I always have this mindset. mindset.
Yes, good mindset. And how do you motivate your team, people in your team? What is your style of leadership?
My style is leadership is be open and be honest and be
Respectful.
respectful.
Yes, good. So yes, as an adjective, respectful. As a verb, we always respect members
And
of
always speak for the things, not personally. I mean, we focus on our goal, our things, our project, not personally.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Okay,
And
very good.
I always want to improve and growth together with my teammate.
Good answers. Okay, candid and clear. How important is clarity? How do you deal with mistakes?
Oh, that's for me. It's super. I can't say super. It's very important because Italian way they always like to speak super.
Ah, yes.
So it's very 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 important because, as you know, I work for the cross-cultural team. So we have Russian, Italian, and Korean, also Chinese.
Okay, so you must have your fair share of difficulties in these relationships, perhaps sometimes misunderstandings and.
Yeah. So manage meeting of people from different cultures is not easy.
No.
And we need to understand how to communication with each other. And for example, Italian people always like to speak first, then think, and they can't stop talking. And the Chinese people is totally different. They want to think first and then speak. So it's easier to look to meet the environment like Chinese people is very silent and Italian people continue talking. But it's like it's unfocus our issue. So it's very easy like that. So we always must be built more directly and clear and
speak clearly and directly
and focus on our conversation.
Yes. So how do you manage that? How do you overcome this disparity, this difference between the two cultures? As you mentioned in your example, perhaps if there's a room full of chattering Italians, Chinese people they may think they are staying quiet.
Because at the beginning of the meeting, I will highlight our goal of this meeting. So our our goal
yes.
of our meeting, and then
Purpose.
I will making sure that everyone has their moment to voice their opinion.
Okay, very good. Yes. Okay, yes, great. So perhaps we can come back to this. I will stop sharing for now. Mm-hmm. At this point, do you have any questions that you would like to ask me?
You mean you or company?
Well, no, I mean me personally, as your teacher.
Okay.
And
okay, I want to ask if they ask me something about a salary, how can I reply it?
Right.
Because actually I didn't did so many interview because I'm a very lucky person.
Mm-hmm. You've had a good job security.
Yeah, actually every time when I want to change job and there is opportunity in front of me, so
yes.
I
personally, yes, continue.
Yeah, so I have not many.
Not managed. Yes.
Not many experience for interview, especially in English. And I mean, I'm sure they will ask me some question for salary, something like that. But actually, I think about it. I want to say maybe something like, I'm sure a big company such as ByteDance already have a very reasonable salary structure. So I mean, the big company always have the structure skills of the salary. But I don't know if they really ask me this question. So something like, what kind of salary do you expect? How? Because I don't want to see my salary now.
Your current salary.
Current salary.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what is the best way to reply this kind of question.
Okay, good. So first of all, I would not ask yourself, or to say, do not state. You will allow them to take the lead in this question. Do not state that you wish to have a certain amount of salary. So wait to be asked. They may ask you, what is your expected salary? It's quite a direct question, and to which I think your reply is already good. But just to say to them, yes, I have, in line with the work, expectations, and depending on benefits, and what I'm happy to consider the salary, the salary that you may offer me. However, it can be good to negotiate, to say that you are currently. You mentioned you don't want to mention your current
I don't
salary.
want to mention. Yeah.
Okay. So just say that you will consider offers which are fitting to your experience and your knowledge and what you can bring to the company.
If I say something like, I'm sure you will offer me. I mean, your company will offer me a suitable price. I mean, suitable
salary or suitable compensation.
Is okay to say that?
Yes, I think that is okay, but you could also be. Sometimes it's good to be proactive in this question. So you could say, after an initial period, if I have some. I'm going to come to this in a minute. They may ask you as well, what do you want to do for us, or what can you do for us in the first month, 3 months, 6 months, year? So if you have some idea of the things that you are able to achieve within the job that you've given me, you could say, if I'm bringing in so much business, or if I'm hitting all these targets, then I believe it would be, we could have an assessment of the salary, something along those lines. Does that make sense? But I think
yes,
you're right not to. It's because if you have the skills that they want, it shows that you are not obsessed with the idea of money, of the salary. But of course, you work. You're a professional, and you're seeking a challenging position with a multinational company. So, as you said, you would expect to be paid in line with the responsibilities and the challenges.
Yeah.
So let's go through these responsibilities actually now, if I may. So bear with me a second, I'll load this out.
Yeah, actually that is for reference, because they haven't published some job description for Italian market.
Really?
So it's just, yeah. So this job description I find it online for London, something like that. So it's just for me, for reference.
Okay, that's very clever.
Because I mean, for this year, they already want to open an office in Italy. So they're quite set up.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be, there must be a lot of growth in the company.
Yeah.
So this is for a different, not exactly for your job. Is that what you're saying? It's for a similar.
Yeah, it's for my job, because my title is cross-regional sales manager, but it's not for Italian market. This is for London market.
But the London market, this is the job that you are going to interview for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because their headquarters is in London, in Europe. I mean.
Right.
Also, London is no more in Europe, but it's okay.
Yes, we are. It's like you say, we are not in the European Union officially during this transition period. Okay, let's talk about this. The cross-region team is responsible for building long-term partnerships. Okay, with the top agencies to educate and inform them.
Yeah, actually, this one I want to add something like that. if they ask me the question like, can you tell me about why should we hire you, or something like, what your unique qualities will you bring to our company, or
Yes.
I can speak to them. Oh, I want to tell you why you should hire me.
Why you
And
should
I
hire
can
me.
say, you should hire me because I have already built long-term relationships with the top agencies and brands here in Italy. Something like that.
Okay, that's good. How do you manage to maintain relationships in the long term? What is the key to building and then keeping these relationships?
The first things is like, as I said, is win-win is important. So I bring my value and they have their value. So I mean, the secret for maintain the long-term partnership is, of course, we have our value and to receive our win-win situation.
Yes, that's
And
good.
it's okay.
Well, I think that works well with your team, and you mentioned it about to getting the best out of people. Yes,
Yeah,
it could, but also I guess if you're building relationships
yeah,
within brands.
yeah. Because with relationships with brands, the things, the important things, of course, they need to something, and we can bring something, of course.
Yes,
And
right.
then we can have also personal relationships, so we can chat together, and I need to understand more of them. I need to clearly understand what they need and what we can bring for them.
Yes,
And in based on these things, we can bring long-term partnership.
good. Okay, so yeah, so building and playing to each other's strengths, and also yeah, so you can complement each other with different strengths. Okay, excellent. It also says here you're looking to identify new business opportunities
Mm-hmm.
for brands and agencies. How are your analytical skills?
Analytics
Yes,
skills.
so analysis of the market, for
Now,
example, these new brands. Are you able to spot emerging trends and brands?
yeah. Actually, this is also is my question. I want to ask them. So, what their idea about? I mean, it's not idea. What their let me
The
think about it.
plan or the
The plan
strategy?
for Italian strategy for Italian office. So what their expectation? I need
Good.
to understand their expectation, and I
Yes.
want to understand their plan, strategy plan in Europe for next 3 years, 5 years. Because in based on this plan, we can understand this year we which type of agency and brands is our target. Because it's like TikTok in China, it's not. It's at the beginning their target is a millennials. I mean,
Millennials.
or millennials. How to speak it?
A million millennials.
Mi,
It's difficult,
million.
isn't it?
It's young generation. It's
Yes,
super
exactly. A million of the
it's
new
really,
generation, we could
yeah,
say.
new generation. And
Mm.
then they want to enrich their target. So also for the generation more educated. So I need to understand first their strategy and focus in based on their strategy to identify the target for different period.
Yes,
Something
and the
like that.
target market.
Yeah.
Okay, good. We've got lead and grow global client relationships with product adoption and scaled solutions. Lead and grow client relationships. Okay, I think that's quite straightforward. In key and new verticals. I must admit, I'm not entirely sure what they mean by this, the new verticals. I know what it means literally, but in this business sense, I'm not entirely sure. New verticals.
vertical, like a vertical way. So maybe vertical is just for like video function, something like that. Because when in digital marketing, when we talk about the what is not vertical is horizontal.
Yes, horizontal perhaps.
It's horizontal. It means we need to do different things on so many different platforms, something like
Right,
that.
I see. So
Vertical
this
is
is,
more focused on one sector, one industry, something like that.
yes, I see. Okay,
Function.
that's good. Be instrumental in the external narrative of the company's products in the market. So this is marketing and perhaps public relations as well. You have experience in that, I believe.
Yeah,
It mentions in your CV.
yeah. I have more than 2 years experience on public speaking in Italian, actually.
Yeah, that's great. And public relations itself, did you say public speaker strategy consultant? Do you have experience of dealing with the press and managing press releases?
Yeah, I have experience on negotiation with third part, but
Third parties?
mostly yeah, third parties, yeah, third parties. But it's not my usually job.
Okay,
Yeah,
not your usual job.
actually, I didn't apply for sales job, but they sent me this job, this title, and told me they want to me do this job. So
Mm,
so actually, I mean they already know I have not very background for commercial part, so sales.
okay, all right. So, but they must be confident that your other skills, because it is a sales manager. Sometimes,
Yeah. And actually, for job description, the KPI of sales is the last one, something like that. So the first one, second one is always focused on building partner relationships and
yeah.
educate and inform Italian enterprise. So
Mhm.
so I mean maybe a little bit some role like public relationship, business develop, something like that. It's just
Yes.
that they put this name. I don't know.
Okay. And campaign performance
Yeah.
and
Campaign
feedback.
performance, yeah, I have so many experience on something like that because I did digital marketing. So we always to analyze the data of campaign performance, something like that. Role.
Okay. So they may come and ask you about your selling experience or your knowledge of sales.
Mm.
What is the main function or the main importance of sales?
For me, sales the important, yeah, like as I said, for me, sales is to achieve the win-win situation.
Okay, good. See, I mean, sales is important. Without sales, there's no business.
Yeah, of course.
You can't help the people that you want to help.
I can see sales for me also is guaranteeing the client's profitability because I
Yes,
can see
good.
I have the highest profitability of clients in our company as a
Yes,
project manager. All my clients always have high profitability because I totally understand when I need to do upselling if they if they are requires if they require
required.
me some extra work, something like that.
Okay. Yes. So there are two words there. We have request and require.
Require.
Request is more if you are asking for something nicely, and require is a little stronger. It's something they need you to do. They are
Yeah.
related, but two levels of a different
Yeah.
word. Okay, good. So I think, yes, sales is obviously persuading and convincing people that you have the solution for them, that you can help them, that you can improve and increase their profitability, as you said.
Yeah.
Good. Let's see, experience in digital. Okay, this, it says it's a plus. Okay, it's a plus, and I think you're right. You know, you seem to be very honest. Don't try to, if you don't know something or you don't have experience in something, don't try to wing it or to make something up. I'm sure you know that already, but I would just mention it just in case. Experience analyzing, comparing. Okay. And these, okay, obviously you have Mandarin skills, you're a native Mandarin speaker, and you have Italian and very good English, I have to say.
Not that good in English. I need
Well,
to
it's good. Okay, there's room for improvement. There is some room for improvement, but you have a very good place to start, you know.
Yeah, actually, I want to say is they hired me. I need quickly during my summer vacation and to improve my English every day.
Yes, you could. I mean, how does the prospect of that seem to you? Is that something that you would enjoy or not?
Yeah.
Do you like it? You must enjoy learning languages as well.
Yes. Actually, for English, it's just because when I was a student in before university, I'm not very like my English teacher. That's why I'm not very like to speak English.
And perhaps you liked your Italian teacher much more.
No, actually, I have so many. I have motivation to speak Italian. It's not easy, but I studied Italian just 1 year, something like
Right.
that.
So maybe you could mention that as well. Tell me a little bit about your Italian learning experience. How did you learn so quickly? How did you become so fluent in Italian?
The most important things is stay with local people. I mean, it's very difficult. I can remember the first at the beginning. I always want to go to the party with my Italian friends. Actually, I can't understand their conversation. I can't totally understand their conversation because I studied just 1 year's Italian, and I'm able of easy conversation. But when Italian people with talking with their friends, always with slogan and with
Slang.
very quickly.
Yes.
Slang, and very quickly. I totally can't understand. But
No,
I tell myself, if I want to stay here, I need to study it, and I need to stay with Italian people, not instead of always with Chinese people. Because if I want to improve, I need to something like to make me difficult to in front of the difficult situation.
I see, to challenge yourself and to give yourself, put yourself in difficult situations. Yes. So I think that's good. You showed that I can relate to your experience, because I remember going to France when I was a student and learning to speak French and going to parties, and suddenly everyone is speaking at the same time at top speed, and it really works your brain to be able. I remember usually having to go to bed quite early because it was so tiring at first. But as you get experience, as you have more, you improve your language and your brain really works, and you can expand, and then you can stay up as late as everyone else at the party. Good. So
struggle. So we need to struggle to improve.
To struggle, yes. In French, there's a saying. They say "il faut se fatiguer," which kind of translates as, you have to tire yourself out. Yes, you have to. Yeah, good. There has to be some struggle. That's right, and for improvement. No pain, no gain. Sometimes people like to say at the gym. So it's like, I think, our brains are like a muscle as well. And if you play a new sport that you're not used to, your muscles are going to hurt after the end. And it's similar when you really dive into a new language. I also know, because I am trying to learn Chinese at the moment, but it's very difficult for me, and I don't have the level of immersion that I really need. Actually, I am having some lessons on italki, but I'm not making the progress that I would like. But I know it's down to me. If I really want to do it and have the motivation and challenge myself, I know I can do it. Okay, good. So do you have any more questions now that you can think of? I'm going to move on to something else that I have, if you think about that for a second.
No, now I haven't another question.
Okay, well, I'm going to go to perhaps some more general questions which pop up here, and I'll pick out some ones that you may hear. Some quite classic ones. Okay, and if you repeat yourself, that's fine. It's good to practice. So we talked about why should we hire you?
Yeah.
Why do you want this job? It's very similar. What are your greatest? Oh, yes, you can do that. Why do you want this job?
Actually, I already think about it because I think ByteDance its future have unlimited potential and will continue to evolve. And I want to be a part of it. And actually, I'm always able to see the big picture. So in effect, this time in lockdown because of coronavirus.
Right. Yes.
Because in Italian it's coronavirus.
Oh, I see.
So the same vocabulary, but the totally different pronunciation.
Yes,
okay.
It can be difficult.
Coronavirus has allowed me to realize, sit down, and look at the potential for next year. And I mean, I can see all the international events and campaigns that many companies will carry out in the next 20 months, and were very important. And I'm sure TikTok for this situation have a lot of opportunity during during like next year, something like that.
Okay, good. That's good. You've definitely thought about that. Yeah. What are your greatest strengths, Julia?
Yeah, I want to say first, I'm very creative, respond quickly, and also quick learner. Learner.
Yes, quick learner.
Quick learner.
Or if it's easier for you to say, you can say, I learn quickly.
I learn quickly. Yeah, maybe this is easier. I learn quickly. For example, in my past working experience, especially as a production and location manager, I always face a fast-paced and demanding environment. This experience taught me how to use my initiative to be a good team player and to solve problems quickly and to handle a small budget and to deal with unexpected situation.
Great.
And on the other hand, I'm the kind of person like that who needs stimulation and new challenges to stay focused.
Yes, right.
Focus. And I don't know, maybe I can say if I can't learn or improve, I will feel not bad, something like that. Is okay.
Yes, if if you are not challenged and you're not stimulated, then perhaps if you feel you're not growing, then you feel that you're perhaps in the wrong place and you're not making the most of your potential.
Yeah, actually, I'm thinking about maybe I can say for my weakness, I can also say, to be honest, I speak English with an Italian accent, but I don't think it's a problem because if I can learn Italian within a year, I'm sure that I can improve my English quickly.
Yes, good. And also to say, once you're in the environment surrounded by English, you will put all your resources into learning English and, really not learning English, but polishing your English skills so that so that you can communicate professionally with native speakers. Good. Tell me about a challenge or a conflict you have faced at work, and how did you deal with that?
Actually, I have two examples to talk about it, and I'm not sure which one I will choose. Maybe I need also your suggestion. One is
Okay, tell me
communication
them both.
misunderstanding. So I always need to manage a meeting of people from different cultures, as I said.
Yes.
And it's very challenging for me at the beginning, because like as I said, Italian people have their way to communication, and Chinese people also, and also Russian people, it's very directly. So
Yes.
I need to strong control the situation over the meeting, and something like that. Make sure all of my teammates is focused on our issues or goals, something like that.
Yes, right. I think that's a very good point and very important. And sometimes if you can find a way to break the ice, do you know this expression in English? We talk about to break the ice. If suddenly you could make a small joke, of course you have to be careful and make sure you don't offend anyone. But if you can also be very clear, but if you could make people relax, I think that can be so powerful. And
for example, actually I want to, if I have situation, I want to also say why my English have Italian accent, because Italian people always tell me, oh Julia, let's go have a drink. So they not say drink, but drink.
A drink.
And when we have a meeting, we always have we can discuss the marketing strategy. So it's strategy, but they said strategy. Something, I mean, maybe easier for the situation. I don't know.
Yeah, I think a little humor can go a long way, but you do have to be careful that it's well delivered. And you said there was another. Was there something else you wanted to?
Yeah, because the normal one is focused on project I did. So something like that. I want to talking about my clients, my recent project in of visit Bergamo, which is a province with the most impact of coronavirus.
Yes, the most impacted province, you could say, or it had the greatest impact. It was the worst affected. You can also say affected.
Actually, this part I need your help, because sure. I can talk you first, and you can tell me which way I should improve, because when I talk about project is super long and I will not very focused. I need to present it clearly and shortly.
Yes, and concisely.
Continue. And Bergamo wants to raise money. It's not raise money. I mean, they want to need help from China, but I don't know how to say it. And I continue. But they have just started to enter the Chinese market. So they only have WeChat platform, and with just like 20 fans. So it's a little bit 20 fans, something like that. And they haven't Chinese business lessons and no Chinese bank account, which makes very difficult for donations. Then, but they have this request. So I discussed with my team, and we try to find some solution within the small budget. And then we have enriched the information materials. So we write the very how to say, very great newsletter where we'll present first what is Bergamo and how many people in Bergamo, and then now how many people have coronavirus in Bergamo to have a
statistics.
That they are in the difficult situation, and then they need help. And for the donation part, we are cooperate with the Italian Government Tourist Board. So it's ENIT, Italian Government Tourist Board, BOARD,
yes, something like board.
That. They need to promote the Italian tourists.
Tourism.
And then tourism, and they help us to to receive the donation, and other like Roy I receive is Bergamo. We help Bergamo to receive like more than 10 different package of donation for the mask, something like donation mask, donation material of
equipment and
equipment,
medical equipment.
Yeah, equipment. Because for me, this is really conversion of our activity, because there really someone donates money, and really someone to donate also mask and equipment.
Good.
So this is for me is really conversion, great conversion. And then for our activity on WeChat, we receive like for this activity, we are achieved like more 170% more follower, and 750% more engagement. Also 1,500% more for page view. For just that
That's great.
single activity.
Great results.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
it is quite.
Yeah.
Sorry, please continue.
I want to say, for me, this project is not huge because they just did WeChat. Because usually my project is very huge, so they did also Russia market, they did also Chinese market, and for Chinese market they did also search engine marketing and social media marketing, also e-commerce part. This client is I don't want to say small, but
right.
it's challenger for this. It's very challenger for this period.
Very challenging.
Challenger for this period.
Yes, I understand. Yes, perhaps the scale was not as great, but the importance, you could have felt that it was quite emotional. You know,
Yeah.
it was important, even though it was not as big in scale as some of the projects that you have worked with.
Yeah, and always at the end of the newsletter, we always put the phrase something like Bergamo is waiting for you when the spring, something like that.
Nice.
For attract people to return Bergamo to visit.
I see.
So it's not a huge project I did. Actually, it's a very smallest project, but I want to mention it because it's during this period, difficult period.
Yes.
I just need to understand how to present it, because
it's difficult, isn't it? It's quite complicated. I mean, it seems like if you have something in writing there that you could send me as well, I could have a look through and try to, you know, condense it. So you can just, because what you explained to me there was great, but quite long, as you mentioned.
Yeah, that's my problem.
I think it is worth mentioning in the interview, but we'll just find a way to summarize this in a few short sentences.
Yeah.
So maybe if you could send me something.
Okay,
I don't know if you have time. You mentioned it was Thursday. I'm sure you have a busy schedule already, but
yeah,
if you do have time to schedule another call. If not, I will have a look at it, and I will make some notes and send them back to you anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Great.
So, and I will also, like I said, I will also send you a link so that you can review this our interview, our lesson.
Yes. I don't know why it's so quickly, but it's okay. I mean, I need to cross it. Also, it's quickly.
Yeah, it's good in a way. You don't have too long to worry about it. That can be a good thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes.
Okay, I will send you back this example.
So yes, so I wish you all the very best. And if you do have time, then I'll be happy to do another session with you. But if not, I understand. And yes, let me know. Let me know. We'll keep in touch, and I will send you those bits. And if you have any more questions which you think of afterwards, feel free to send me a message.
I'm sure also for you it's not easy to leave another country like me.
No, it's true. It's challenges, and
challenges, and you must be independent and to resolve all the problem. And we all out of our comfortable zone.
That's right. We are out of our comfort zone.
Yeah, comfortable zone. So
And
it's
that
quite
is usually where we find the most growth, I think, and where we can push ourselves forward. Otherwise, if we always remain within our comfort zones, we will never achieve anything very special, very great.
Yeah, right. Of course, of course. Nice.
So that's about all we've got time for today, unless you have any final questions.
Yeah, yeah. I will send you soon. This is my example, and
Yes.
yeah, I can
You've got
send
my
the,
email as well, so you can send it to my email.
of course, of course.
Okay. And if I can perhaps send you some of my resources as well, interview questions and things like that.
Okay, great, great. Thank you.
Okay,
And
you're welcome.
very
Lovely to.
nice. It's a very nice picture behind you.
Oh, do you like them? Yes.
Yeah.
I could say the same for your background. It's very relaxing.
So actually, if I when I do interview, I also want to put this and change, and also during interview, I want to change another one for TikTok style.
Oh yeah, good. That would be a nice touch.
Yeah.
I'll appreciate that, I think. Yes. Okay, well, I have to get off now.
Okay, of course, of course. Have a good night. I mean,
Yes.
it's late for
You have
your time.
have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Okay.
Take care.
Thank you.
See you
Thank you
soon.
so much.
You're
See you
welcome,
soon.
Julia.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye.